Hi, this is Mark, KD5SMF, and I would like to thank you for viewing the content on my channel. I'm currently working on a in-fed half-wave antenna for 20 meters. Now, here's a question. You want to put the half-wave in a horizontal plane, but you don't have then all that space, and you may not have trees in your backyard. So you do have a couple of poles that you can use. Now, I happen to have a DX Commander classic 10-meter pole for a fiberglass mast. Most of the time when I set up my antenna, it's near vertical, and that's not really good for the particular setup. It can work, but it's not always perfect. So what I've come up with is a possible solution. Now, I want to lower the angle that the antenna wire is actually going on. Now, we can talk about height above ground and free space and all that stuff, but like Dave Kassler said in one of his recent videos, I don't know anybody who lives in free space. And every antenna setup is completely different. So with doing a little bit of math and having two different antenna masts, I can get my 49-to-1 ununbalance off the ground at a quarter wavelength, which is approximately, for the frequency I want to work at on 20 meters, would be 4.835 meters. That's 483.5 centimeters above ground. Otherwise, just 5 meters height. Now, that's easy to achieve with a 10-meter pole on the other end, because all I have to do is measure up to that 5-meter point, and I think I have a spreader right there, and all I have to do is add a carabiner on that side and then put the antenna wire on that, and then stretch that out. Well, that's great. But here's something that you may want to consider. Your takeoff angle. Takeoff angle means which direction your antenna is going to go. And this is kind of what I had in mind. It's kind of iffy at times, because basically I'm dealing with a lot of vertical antenna from a Rybakov. I've done that. I built the DX Commander Expedition and got it working on 40 meters and partially on 20 and a little bit on 10 meters, but I wasn't satisfied with that. But what I'm working on now is something for, as an in-fed, is for portable operations on 20 meters and to take and go out for parks on the air. And I want to use my Icon 7000. So that's what we're working on. This is a little diagram I made right here of the Pythagorean theorem. See, I hope you guys can see this. This right here, this is the DX Commander pole right here. This is 5-meter height right here, going over. This on this side, right here. This is the other pole that I have that has a little tripod that holds up a metal pole. Now, metal's not always the best choice, but it's what I have available. And I got that from Radio Shack many years ago and everything. But what you can see is that I have Pythagorean's theorem down here on the page, where a squared plus b squared equals c squared. But to find side A, which I'm calling side A, which is right here, okay, and this is B for the base, which is my height, which I know is 5 meters. The length of my wire is known at 9.67 meters in length, almost 10 meters long. Okay, and so I want to know how far apart do I need to put my poles? And here's the answer right here. where A equals the square root of c squared minus b squared. So you take the square of 9.67 minus the square of 5 meters, roughly, okay? And you come up with 68.5809, and then you take the square root of that, and that gives you the distance between the two poles where they need to be. And the answer is 8.27 meters. So I'm going to take the poles, I'm going to separate them by 8.27 meters. And then I'm going to put my 49 to 1 unbound at the top of that that metal mast. And I'm going to put that up with my 50 ohm coax. And then we'll set up the DX commander pole and run the wire out to 10 meters. And I could also lower it. I'm going to lower it back down to where I'll have it at the 5 meter height. And I'm just going to test a little bit going up and down and in between and trying to tune the antenna and just get it to where it's resonating at the best possible angle, plus also at the best frequency that I'm looking for. Anyway, that's the experiment today, and we're going to work on that. And I'll make a part 2 video of that, of the setup, so you guys can see that. All right? Anyway, thank you for watching my content on my channel. And of course, please leave a subscription, if you want to subscribe, please do. If you want to leave a comment, please do. If you have questions, I'll be trying to answer them. If I don't know the answer, I will refer you to someone who can. All right? Thank you. 73s for now.